Hi, this is Deadman. If you're watching this video, I assume you're old enough to see gore, violence, swearing, and general adult content. If you aren't old enough, come back with some ID.
Or a fake one.
Ugh.
I mean, definitely can't say. Zula Hendricks and Davis One, AWOL Marines, requesting landing at your covert facility to extract your chief of security.
I'll do the usual Lost Working Joe routine. Come in, Purdan. Requesting emergency permission to land. Odd. Off-world communications are being jammed by some kind of interference.
Incoming!
Pressing hit!
Damage report!
Starboard thruster at 50%. Engines are critical.
Can you get us close to the rendezvous point?
I can try.
I love how the title pops in just like the original Alien movie did. You know, you'd think in the main menu, before even starting the game, you'd be safe. While technically you still are, why the fuck do I need to have the xenomorphs behind me?
Your cowardice is amusing. I'll have the brown pants on standby.
Come in, Purdan. Requesting emergency permission to land. Odd. Off-world communications are being jammed by some kind of interference.
Incoming!
Pressing hit!
Damage report!
Starboard thruster at 50%. Engines are critical.
It's not an Alien game without shit hitting the fan almost immediately.
Go attend to your biological maintenance.
Biological maintenance.
The wording is pretty funny. The environment is pretty interactive, like having to inject a stim directly into your arm or reloading. Even something like checking the map, objectives, and your inventory is done through your handheld, meaning the game doesn't even pause, ramping up the tension. VR has come a long way with interactivity, and in a setting like this, I think it's so cool to pop into the world and actually feel a sense of interactivity and fear.
Scanners turned up nothing aside from magnetic interference. The conditions here are perfect for covering illicit activity.
Illicit activity? No, never. Weyland-Yutani never does shady things.
Zula, really firing inside the ship.
Hey man, whatever works.
Shit! Walk in, Zula. Good excuse as any to double check my sidearm.
Fun fact, this is a sequel to Alien Isolation. How do I know that? Well, if you look in your inventory, it mentions the pistol being modified to be more effective against xenomorphs, and was given to Zula by a friend who survived the Sevastopol wreckage. An aspect that's neat is you get some engineering tools, not unlike Amanda Ripley, and have to do small puzzles in the form of rewiring power boxes to progress.
Got enough already.
Listen, Zula, I know this is a survival game and all, but don't you think taking as much ammo as possible might be a good idea? I am very thankful that the motion sensor alerts you even when it's not out. Sure, it might make things a little too easy, but I'll take any win I can get. Also, I had a funny thought while playing. So at first, being in first person and all, because VR title, I had assumed this would be more like Isolation than anything. Then swarms of them started appearing, rather than the solitary Xeno, and I thought, oh, okay, this is like Aliens to Alien. Slightly spooky, but not scary. Then I realized they started swarming in VR at random times, so it still ended up being spooky. I think in my entire rant what I'm trying to say is swarms of Xenos does not necessarily mean it's going to be less scary.
Davis, this place is giving me the creeps. Feels like I'm being watched. Going radio silent. Gotta hear them coming.
That's fair.
Emergency lockdown suspended. Please wait until motor pool purge is complete before entering the facility.
Damn it! Why so loud? I just rang the dinner bell for any xenomorph in shouting distance.
I love how Zula calls out tropes. She knows what's going on and hates it happening to her.
I'm out.
I love how the game's insistence on realism over action tropes almost got me killed. It really puts me in the mindset of Zula as she's disabled and can't go in guns blazing like a commando would. I got spawn killed and I couldn't grab my pistol. What the hell, Rogue Incursion?
Zula, are you okay?
Define okay.
Do you require assistance?
No, but the vents led to the warehouse office.
Zula's frankness is hilarious.
I can't see a damn thing through all this blood. Ugh.
In one of the cooler moments of interactivity, you actually get to wipe the blood off the computer screen so you can see what you're doing.
Guessing we have incoming hostiles?
Affirmative. Additionally, we appear to be cornered. This mess hall in its current state is a dead end. To leave, we would have to pass by that elevator shaft.
The one that leads directly to where they're dragging bodies.
A nest.
This couldn't just be the tiniest bit easy, could it?
There's no end to them in sight.
We need a plan!
Same as always. Survive.
Technically, it's a good plan.
Davis, think you could hurry? I've got company.
Of course we end up in a nest. And yes, it's about 1,000 times worse in VR. Yup, it's pretty bad. As you can see, I was super into playing the game and futilely kept firing the gun even though there was nothing in the chamber. Seriously, this game rules for immersing me this much.
X-rays. Surrounded. If they attack you...
They won't.
I mean, if you decide to attack them with the cutting torch, they will out of spite.
It is an improvement, actually.
I'll say, after transferring Davis into your tablet, it gains his glasses on the display. Plus, you've got a permanent companion.
Amanda, there's no easy way to say this. I found exactly what I was looking for on Purdan. Full-blown infestation. Everyone is dead. And soon, that number is gonna include me. I got careless and infected. GES is filthy. Just like every other corporation with a hand in Sevastopol. Davis is sending you everything we've gathered from Purdan so far. It's in your hands now. I want you to know that I never gave up. Never stopped fighting. Even after those things they did to me. Not once did I bow my head. And by the time you hear this, I will have carved my name in the surface of this planet with a smoking crater. Mark my words, I will wipe this place from the face of the galaxy. Thank you, Amanda. Someone has to keep fighting the good fight. And please, make sure Deja Carver knows her daddy was a hero. Zula Hendricks, signing off.
This farewell from Zula to Amanda is touching and makes me even more excited for Alien Isolation 2.
Just so you know, I'm not planning on taking you down with me. I can stash you somewhere before
No. I left your side earlier. I will not fail you a second time. Please don't ask me to.
Guess we're stuck with each other, huh?
We started this together. Let's finish this together.
It's genuinely sweet how close they are, especially considering the state both of them are in. It's not likely they'll make it out of the situation alive, but they're still trying to help each other the best way they can. I knew it was coming and it still scared the shit out of me.
Watch out for aliens.
They do not seem interested in me.
Must be nice. Helen, we're gonna need a lot of juice.
What flavor?
For the ship.
Oh, sweet Helen, never change.
My own cautious optimism aside, it would be wise to ensure we have all our affairs in order before starting the process. I know we're tight on time, but we might not get another chance to investigate this place or prepare in the event that this is a trap.
Good to hear you share my concerns. Let's get this done.
Davis calls out a point of no return. This procedure to remove the chest burster is very much an homage to Prometheus, and it looks supremely uncomfortable. The final set piece of the game has you facing off against the Queen, and it is tense as you need to trap her in the chamber you just got your emergency C-section in, and use the laser against her.
Ben?
My sequel senses are tingling! So, this is the first VR title I covered. What did you think? Granted, it's a shorter video because it's mostly gameplay, but it was a blast to play. The story is fine enough, but still intriguing. Reading the logs and listening to recordings fleshes out this particular offshoot of the Alien franchise, with loose connections to Isolation, and I'm kinda hoping Zula and David show up in Isolation too. The music is regular old horror strings and stuff, but as always, the sound design being so spot on for the series that it's based on is fantastic. The gameplay is supremely fun, as VR titles should be. It's very immersive, as you can see with some of the clips. I got really into it. The only real downside I have is there's just too many damn xenomorphs. Granted, it helps balance that line of survival horror, but after a certain point, they become annoying more than suspenseful. The graphics work well for a VR game, but what astounds me is, again, like with Isolation, they nailed the style of the Alien universe. In closing, I absolutely loved Rogue Incursion, and can't wait for Part 2 to come out. I do wish I'd known ahead of time that this was a Part 1 out of 2, but hey, can't win them all. Thank you for watching, and try not to die out there.
Stay down. Just stay down.
You got a hell of an infestation.
You know, I've noticed an infestation here. Everywhere I look, in fact, nothing but undeveloped, unevolved, barely conscious pond scum. Totally convinced of their own superiority as they scurry about their short, pointless lives.